respected sir and my dear friend. Today my topic is R.K.Narayan as a writer. First, I want to give a small introduction of the Narayan. The full name of Narayan is Rasipuram Krishna Swami Narayan Swami, who was born in 1906 and he was died in 2001. And as a writer, he writes more than 15 years. He wrote 14 novels and 5 volumes of short stories, and he also written many collected story or non-fictional works as an Indian writer. If we compare the Narayan with the V.S. Naipaul or Abhin Adika, we find that in the Narayan work, we find the real picture of the Indian. For example, in the guide. In the guide, we find that how the culture of India or Indian tradition or Indian beliefs are presented by the Narayan. And in this, as an Indian, in each and every book, we find that he wrote his own experience, his beliefs, and his traditions, and sometimes his observations also. The nature of narrative technique. If we think about the narrative technique, we find that in each and every literary work, the narrative techniques are more important. And in Narayan work, through the narrative technique, he carries his readers to his deep or real meaning of his fiction. Sometimes Narayan uses his own voice, or sometimes he uses character or characters to tell the story. In the narrative technique, generally the main aspects are more important. So, for example, like vocalization, the writer's point of view, or sometimes the writer's relationship with the story, or sometimes language style, and many others. And for this narrative technique, we use the humor form. Generally, we find that while reading R.K.Narayan at the time, most of his work is full of with humorous tone. We can say that he is more interested in humor, not in economic or any social issues. Sometimes he refers social issues, but he presents social issues through the humorous tone. And Glover tells stories from many cultures. While reading Narayan, for example, the man is Malgudi, the tiger for Malgudi, financial expert. In this world, you find that the story, which is not only the Indian story, but this kind of issues found in each and every place of the world. And through this, we can say that these stories are global stories. And culture. In the Narayan work, there is two types of culture: caste culture or class culture. In this novel, if we take the example of Waiting for Mahatma, we find that there is two types of caste culture and class culture. Or chairman is the best example of the higher caste or higher caste people, and the small who belongs to untouchable families. So we can say that he was a great portrayal of culture. He belongs to a Brahmin family, so many of his characters also belong to a Brahmin family. Not only the Brahmin family, but sometimes his character also from the neglect caste, especially the neglect caste of southern India. So we can say that culture of Narayan is not only Indian culture, but a global culture, a geography of poverty. For best example of the poverty in the Waiting for Mahatma, the conversation between the small boy and Gandhiji. When Gandhiji asked the boy, where are you from and where is your home? The boy answered that, I have no home. And then Gandhi again asked, where is you live? And the boy replied that near the river bank. And then the boy was silent. And after some time, the boy replied to Gandhi that I don't have this kind of building as a home, but we have just smaller roof. So through this conversation, we can say that it is very well presented how the poverty found in Indian or Indian culture or Indian society. Woman empowerment, we find that many of his novels, women characters are major characters. For example, the guide, the Rosie character is the major character. We can say that Raju is main character, but through the Raju's journey from railway to river, it only happens through the Rosie's character. So we can say that women are more powerful, or women have more freedom to think, because through the Rosie, she belongs to a lower class, or we can say that Devdasi family. They have no status, but even she is responsible for the higher class man, destroyer of the higher class man. So it is, we can say that women are more powerful. Even the dark room, the Savitri character like Swami and friends, there is only two women characters. The writer don't give the name of these women characters. These women characters are just known as Swami's mother or Swami's granny or grandmother. So we can say that the women characters are more powerful, or the women, for example, in Swami's life, his mother and grannies are more responsible to build his character. But even though she is more responsible, then also their characters or their conversation is very small. So we can say that sometimes he also marginalized of the women character. And most of the writing characters and languages. First, if we take the writing, we find that while he started his career in 1930, at the time he visited one small railway station, and immediately he gave the name this railway station as Malgudi. And most of his novel writings belong to a fictional town of Malgudi. Even the character of this, all his words are from ordinary life for ordinary people. Especially the fictional world of Malgudi is man and women presentation. And language. If we compare R.K.Narayan with another writer, we find that he used simple and traditional language. And generally he used ironic or comic language, as William Faulkner, who also used this kind of language. Myths and reality in the Narayan work. As an Indian, we all know that each and every country has their own myths and legends, but India's are the different or altered systems of myths and reality. If we take the example of Waiting for Mahatma, the Narayan presents how the Bhagavad Gita supports the people to change their lives, and how they help, how they convey the moral message through the religion, and sometimes the misuse. For example, in the guide, Raju are he is not a really guide but misguide. Then even he became a saint. So we can say that it is a myth which is used by the writer. That's all from my side.